तो चलते हैं जीवन में आगे. So we've been talking about urbanization and urban society. But a slight thing we need to do before proceeding is to understand what is urban after all. Right? So what is urban, friends? तब से हम urban society, urban areas की बात कर रहे हैं. What is urban? बताइए. Brother? High population density, all right. Brother? Wonderful. And this comes from where? From the census of India. Okay, this is one aspect of the census definition of urban. Okay, so let us begin with the census understanding. You will get a handout, so you don't need to write possibly. Just bear with me, hear me out. Okay, so the census of India identifies two types of towns. Urban areas are called either town or city. A smaller urban area is called town, a bigger urban area is called city. Smaller or bigger in terms of population. ठीक है? So the census recognizes two types of towns. Namely, statutory towns and what are called census towns. Statutory towns and census towns. Statutory towns, as the name suggests, are those which are defined as such by a statute or law. Statute means law. Okay, so which through some legislative enactment have been defined as a town. Those are called as statutory towns. In these cases, the size of the population, density, the work profile of the population doesn't matter. Simply when the government says this is a town, then it is a town. Right? These kind of towns, what we are calling statutory towns, they have certain bodies. Definitively such certain bodies are established to govern them, such as a municipal corporation or a municipality or a cantonment board or a notified town area committee. Okay, these are some urban governance structures which are by law established in certain areas for their overall governance, and these areas are therefore referred to as statutory towns. ठीक है? दूसरे होते हैं census towns. Census towns are those areas which meet the following three criteria. There are three criteria. All of them have to be fulfilled for a town to be regarded as or for an area to be regarded as a census town. One criteria is the population. It should have a minimum population of how many? 6 lakh? Okay, one guess we have here is 6 lakh. एक शहर बसाने के लिए कितने लोग चाहिए? Minimum. She is suggesting it's 6 lakhs. Density is another criteria. Okay, the total size of the population also matters. Any other guesses? 5,000, and that is the right figure. A minimum population of 5,000 persons. Okay, and a minimum population density of how much? 400 persons per square kilometer. ठीक है? And third criteria is the occupational profile which he was mentioning, which is that at least 75% of the working male population, women don't count literally, 75% of the adult male working population is engaged in which kind of activities? Non-agricultural activities. Engaged in non-agricultural activities. So if these three criteria are satisfied, then that place is called, क्या नाम है तुम्हारा? Census town. ठीक. हैंडआउट्स फर्स्ट पेज भी अगर हो गया तो दे दीजिए. हाँ, जस्ट डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड प्लीज. population density and the occupational profile of the men. Huh? Now this is the technical understanding or definition, right? This is the legal technical understanding of what an urban area is, or what a city or town is. Huh? Now let us move on beyond this legal technical definition to develop a more sociological understanding of what is an urban society. So an urban society or a city is understood in contrast to the city is the opposite of the village. The urban society is the very opposite of rural society. Right? In other words, friends, urban society is understood as everything which the rural society is not. The city represents everything which the village is not. मुझे नहीं दिया इन्होंने. Is there an extra one? No? Acha, there are people here who haven't got? One sec. First page दे दीजिए बस. हाँ? So, the city thus is understood in stark contrast to, guys bear with me, you will get it, no worries. The city is understood in stark contrast to the village, or urban society is considered as the polar opposite of rural society in every which way. In every which way, the city stands in stark contrast to the village. Like we already discussed, population wise. Dhanyavad beta. Population wise, the city has what kind of population? A large population. In contrast, a village has much smaller population. Much smaller. Much smaller. Please appreciate, friends. Just to give you a sense of the typical size of a city and a village, population wise. India is home to how many villages? More than 6 lakh villages. More than 6 lakh villages, in which 2/3 of the population resides. So if you take 2011 figures, around 121 crore total population, 2/3, roughly 80 crore people residing in 6 lakh plus villages. So per village, average population comes out to around 1300-1400. That's the number of people in a typical or in an average village. 1300-1400 persons is the total population of a village. In contrast, 1/3 of our population is in urban areas, towns and cities. Which is how many people? 40 odd crores. 1/3 of the population. How many towns and cities or urban areas we have? Any guesses? 700. Roughly around 8,000. It's a rounded off figure, but just to give you a stark contrast. There are, so about 40 crore people are residing in 8,000 odd towns and cities or urban areas. Are you with me? डिवाइड कर लो क्या पॉपुलेशन आई एक शहर की ऑन एन एवरेज. 40 करोड़ डिवाइड बाय 8,000. दैट्स सच अ राउंड डिवीजन. बताओ हाउ मच इज इट? व्हाट? 66 करोड़. मेरे बेटे 40 करोड़ डिवाइड बाय 8,000. 6600 या 66 क्या? नहीं. What is? Come on, somebody should be good at math in this bigger class. 5 lakh. somewhere like 50,000 or 5 lakhs. In any case, in stark contrast to, yeah, very good using the, it's come to our rescue. But who will help us in CSAT? How much is it? 50,000 odd is the average size of a city. Right? And you have cities which are very, very big. Like a Delhi, where the population is more than 1 crore. Right? You have cities where population is in tens of lakhs. So, one major difference is in the population size, where cities have large population while villages have a much smaller population. Second, of course, as we already discussed, is the population density. So cities are cramped spaces. You have too many people in smaller geographical areas. Villages, in contrast, they are they're very open areas, khet khalihan, yes or no? Literally unoccupied kind of territory. So very low kind of a population density in the villages, which is population divided by the area. I'm reading for the handout. Census of India recognizes 2 categories of urban areas. We've discussed all this. Census towns, all administrative units that have been defined by statute as urban. These towns have municipal corporations, committee, municipality, cantonment board, etc. Census towns are those places having not less than 5,000 persons population. A minimum population density of 400 persons per square kilometer. And 75% of the male workforce is employed in the non-agricultural sector. All right. And then we had started developing a broader understanding of the city in contrast to the village. We've already spoken population size and density. Both are low in the village and much higher in the city. What kind of economic activities? Friends, since many of you have lived both in villages and in cities, what is the difference which stands most starkly in contrast for you? जब गांव जाते हो और शहर जाते हो क्या अलग लगता है? What is the first thing which is very visibly, eminently different? Greenery. So villages have far more greenery, while cities are, they are basically concrete jungles. Or, sorry? Machinery. What about it? Just elaborate a bit. So cities have a much more advanced city infrastructure, physical infrastructure, चाहे वो roads का, highways का network हो, है ना, या तुम्हारे mobile towers हो, schools हो, hospitals हो. Why just physical? Even social infrastructure, big universities, colleges, the works, skyscrapers आपको मिलेंगे cities में, which you will not see in the villages. Villages में क्या दिखेगा? Hutments दिखेंगे. Yes or no? कच्ची सड़कें दिखेंगी. Right? You will see the fanciest of cars in the cities, for instance, or the most modern forms of transport like cars and metro, while in the villages you will have traditional modes of transport like possibly a bullock cart. और बताइए, pollution is worse in the cities. Absolutely. One major difference emanating from the census definition is in the nature of work. Right? What kind of economic activities dominate in the village? It's primary sector या agriculture and related activities. Dairying हो गई, livestock farming हो गया, है ना, cultivation हो गया. So agriculture and allied activities mostly in the primary sector. While cities में which economic activities dominate? Secondary and tertiary sector. So you'll have factories there in the cities. You'll have a lot of services. Say, go to a mall. You'll have fancy malls in these cities providing, or say educational services that you are availing. है ना? ये सब कहाँ मिलेगा आपको? Far more advanced in the cities. In terms of social mobility, where do you think there are far more opportunities? Social mobility means which of these societies, a city or a village, gives you greater chance to, be yourself, rise up in life, improve your economic well-being. Where? In the cities. So the opportunities for social mobility are far more in cities than in the villages. फिजिकल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है ना, चाहे वो रोड्स हो, रेल हो, कुछ भी हो, मेट्रो हो या ट्रांसपोर्टेशन का हो, ऑल ऑफ दिस इज फार मोर एडवांस्ड इन cities than in rural areas. Also social infrastructure, healthcare facilities, educational opportunities. So if you want to higher education, college करना है, colleges, universities कहाँ located होती हैं? Urban areas, cities में, है ना? आपको एक एडवांस मेडिकल केयर की जरूरत है, यू नीड स्पेशलिस्ट, कहां मिलेंगे? सिटीज में, नॉट इन द विलेजेस. प्रॉपर्टी रेट्स आर मच हायर इन द सिटीज, मच हायर. जितने में आप गांव में यू कैन ओन वास्ट never ending tracts of land, utne mein in a city like Bombay you will end up purchasing a machis ki dibbi sized tenement. Yes or no? Sorry, गांव में आप गजों और एकड़ों में बात करते हो, सिटीज में आप स्क्वायर फीट में बात करते हो, है ना? वेल डीलिंग इन प्रॉपर्टी. और what is the nature of the population? In the sense, where do you think people are more similar or characterized by, or in which of these you expect a more heterogeneous population? In the cities. Population in rural societies is relatively far more homogeneous. मतलब कि in a village people are all quite likely to speak the same language, but in a city you will find people from diverse linguistic backgrounds. In a village, people might be, or more likelihood of people being from the same racial background. Yes or no? If you go to a Tamil Nadu village, what kind of racial profile you will find of the villagers? Dravidian. But if you go to a city like a Chennai or a Delhi or a Bengaluru, what is the racial profile you will find there? All sorts. You will find Mongoloid and Aryan and Dravidian all commingling. Yes or no? तो लैंग्वेजेस में, रिलीजन्स में, हाँ, क्लास बैकग्राउंड में, या पीपल्स इकोनॉमिक, सोशो इकोनॉमिक बैकग्राउंड, इन एवरी विच वे देर इज मच ग्रेटर हेट्रोजीनिटी, डाइवर्सिटी इन सिटीज दैन इन द विलेजेस. ठीक. ऑक्यूपेशनल डाइवर्सिटी कहां ज्यादा मिलेगी? सिटीज में, राइट? गांव में वही 10-20 occupations के बीच में लोग घूम रहे हैं. Bulk of the population is in agriculture and allied activities, and then some, छोटी मोटी दुकान डाल ली, this or that, right? So in every which way the population is far more homogeneous in the villages and it is much more heterogeneous in the cities. ठीक. What kind of social structures you expect to encounter in the village? You're saying they are close-knit, rigid, hierarchical, all of which takes us in one direction. Is that the only thing you find in the village? Come on. No, you can't say only caste. But point being that the social structures in the village are traditional, while those in the city are modern. बिल्कुल. For example, caste has much greater salience or importance in the village than in the city. Joint family or kinship networks in general are far more important and stronger in the village than in the city. Yes or no? तो चाहे कास्ट है, चाहे kinship है, चाहे importance of religion है, all of it is far more in, all these traditional identities are much stronger in rural society than in the urban society. Urban society में which matters far more? Which identity? Class identity. How much money you have. That is what really, really matters in an urban setting. Yes or no? What is the nature of social interactions in a village and how does it contrast with the city? Tell me from personal experience. जब आप लोगों से मिलते हैं, interact करते हैं, how is that interaction different in a village than in a city? Raise your hands and tell me. Brother? In village, friendly interaction you said. And in the city, kam se kam. Kam se kam. Huh? In the city, so absolutely right. Huh? In the city, relationships are far more transactional. But in the village, they are more holistic. Yes or no? Like he said, kam se kam, which is transactional. You go to the shopkeeper, do you chit chat with him? Or bhaiya, biwi, bacche kaise and all of that. In the city, do you do that? No. You say, I want a packet of chips or cigarettes and this is the money and you give me whatever I am purchasing from you. And it ends there. That relationship, that interaction, that engagement ends there. As he very rightly said, kam se kam in the city. And when you go to a grocer in the village, what is the nature of interaction there? Kya bas kam se kam? Nahin. He'll ask you 10 things about your past and future, about your immediate and extended family. Yes or no? About your physical, mental well-being, about the nature of your relationship with your wife or spouse, everything. Yes or no? So point is that relationships are far more, or interactions are far more personal, holistic. Even emotional in the village. Relationships are more informal in the rural setup. Yes or no? But in the cities it is transactional. Kam se kam. Interactions are far more formal. Formal in the sense they are governed by very, there's a level of formality or lack of openness, candidness in your city interactions. Yes or no? The relationships are impersonal. So you are not treated as an individual with specific needs, wants, emotions. You are treated as one amongst many. So if you go to the shopkeeper, will he treat you like as an individual or as belonging to a category? Individual. अच्छा, नाम भी जानता है वो आपका? नहीं. उसके लिए you are customer, high paying customer या low paying customer या whatever. Are you with me? So relationships are impersonal, formal, transactional, unemotional in the urban environment. Yes or no? इसीलिए सिटीज में सबको क्या लगता है, कोई मुझे पूछता नहीं, कोई मुझे प्यार नहीं करता, मैं यहां पे यूपीएससी की तैयारी में घुट रहा हूं एंड नोबडी केयर्स अ डैम, बिकॉज दैट इज द नेचर ऑफ सिटी लाइफ. Because you're right, people really don't care a damn the way they do in the rural setup. right? And mind you, it is both ways. You also don't care a damn, है ना? So you don't intervene in others' lives and others don't interfere in yours. It is like that. That is the nature of urban social environment, right? The pace of life. Slow where? In the cities, right? No. In villages, life is slow paced. You get up in the morning, okay? Do your thing, just hang around, and you go to do your daily ablutions, and then again, what do? You hang around a bit more, right? So it doesn't really, people have a lot of time on their hands in the rural setup. So days pass and weeks pass, months pass. Doesn't really make much of a difference. So whether, for example, a person is 18 years old or 22 years old, there won't be much change in his life situation in the rural setup. But in the city, every moment we are racing against time. Yes or no? जिंदगी की होड़ में हम सब भाग रहे हैं कंटिन्यूअसली. सांस भी लेते हैं तो लगता है टाइम वेस्ट हो गया. या लाइक व्हेन वी चैंट ओम, यू लाइक लेट्स गेट डाउन टू बिजनेस. है ना? व्हाई वी एवरी मोमेंट सीम सो कीमती एंड वी आर ऑल अंडर सो मेनी डिमांड्स ऑन आवर टाइम. एज यूपीएससी एस्पिरेंट्स यार, ये सोशियोलॉजी है, फिर वो ज्योग्राफी भी करना है, वो हिस्ट्री भी करना है. अगर ये नहीं करियर बना तो एक ऑल्टरनेटिव लाइन भी सोचनी है क्या? 100 चीजें. आर यू विद मी? So life in the cities is very fast paced, continuously racing against time. While villagers have a much more slow paced, or should I say normal paced kind of a life. ठीक? There's this very interesting movement called the slow movement. What they argue is that, in modern world, life is very fast paced. Let us all pause and slow down. Very interesting. Even if we are living in urban areas, why not? Why should be in this, we always be in this continuous rush? बहुत अच्छी movement लगती है मुझे. It really appeals to me. On a side note, there's this radio jockey Nilesh Mishra. Have you heard of him? He comes up with some कहानियाँ in Hindi. So he is like, he endorses this slow movement. वो अपने बोलने में भी बड़ा slowly बोलेगा, with all the fursat in the world, which makes you forget the hustle and bustle of city life. Slow interviews. So really love that guy. In any case, so point is, life in the cities is very fast paced, while in the villages it is much more comfortably paced. ठीक है? Or what governs life in rural areas? Nature. Life is set by Mother Nature in the villages. For example, nature sets your daily क्लॉक. आप सुबह उठोगे मुर्गे की बांग से, ओके, एंड देन यू विल गो इन टू द फील्ड्स फॉर योर डेली स्टफ. Then you will bathe, clean up everything in the local river or the water stream, water body. Yes or no? People live very closely connected to nature in the village. Then if the sun is too bright, बहुत धूप है, तो सो जाओगे उस टाइम. Are you with me? फिर शाम को खेत में जाओगे, फिर अंधेरा होगा तो सो जाओगे, फिर सुबह सूर्य उठेगा तो उठ जाओगे. Right? So life is nature, very closely connected to nature. तारों की छांव में सोते हैं, शीतल लहर or a cold breeze keeps you this thing. Yes or no? But in the cities, have you guys seen तारों की छांव? No. Tare are not visible in the cities. Why? In the cities, what mediates our life? What governs it? Technology. Technology. We are surrounded by technology. Our lives are governed by technology. तो हम तारों की छांव में नहीं सोते, हम मोबाइल की लाइट के साथ सोते हैं. Yes or no? Imagine city life without technology. Imagine, for example, if you don't have the buses running, or the petrol pumps running, or the metro running, or the electricity not running. Sorry, all of these imagine not running. That will literally bring city life to a grinding halt. Yes or no? मोबाइल ना चार्ज हो, हमारा नींद उड़ जाती है. Yes or no? So, city life, you live in concrete jungles, not surrounded by greenery. You live amidst skyscrapers. Are you with me? All of which are products of technology. Please keep one, whatever handout you've got, and pass the rest. ठीक है? So life is set by nature in the villages and by technology in the cities. What is the mindset or way of thinking of the people in the villages? What governs people thinking? And how is it in, stark contrast to the way of thinking in the urban areas? Raise your hands and say, Bitya. Orthodoxy. Letter, what in villages? How do people think in the villages? So religion, orthodoxy, tradition, these govern people's minds in the villages. So people are very religious minded. They are far more superstitious, far more conservative. Yes or no? Where? In the villages. In the cities, what shapes your thinking? Rationality, scientific temper. These are what shape people's thoughts in urban areas. बिल्कुल. ठीक है? So cities and villages or rural and urban societies are literally polar opposites. They stand in stark contrast to each other. In every which way, you see they are the very antithesis of what the other stands for. अगर एक प्रकार का है तो दूसरा एक वेरी कॉन्ट्रास्टिंग टाइप का है. Yes or no? Taking this view forward, okay, several scholars, please turn the page. No, not turn the page. Arey, have we not? Is it blank? Mine is blank. For most of it is typed, huh? ठीक है. How many of you have it blank on the back side? आकाश, ये पीछे का नहीं मिला मैं. कुछ लोगों को प्लीज दे दीजिए. हाँ, ठीक है. Raise your hands who have it blank, the rural urban as polar opposites, the way we were comparing. On the blank side, on the back side, if it is blank, raise your hands and seek another copy from him. Chale? So, highlighting the differences in, the nature of life in rural and urban areas, several scholars have, tried to explain why city life is the way it is. वैसे, which of the two is better? Forget what scholars say. But in your view, which is better? City life या village life? What would Bapu say to that? Village. Bapu was clearly in love with village life. What is your take? Villages? Why? Why villages are better? Raise your hands. Why villages are better, brother? Peaceful. It is social. यहाँ पे you are in, literally isolated, you are saying. हाँ? हम सब इतनी भीड़ cities में so paradoxically अकेली है. The whole भीड़ is अकेली. Each of us, so many of us are so lonely in the cities. हाँ? और बताइए, who else prefers village life and why? City life. And why? So what attracts you to the city? The transportation facilities. Supermarket, or you can even order online. Absolutely. So infrastructure is a major bottleneck, you're saying, in the a bit too peaceful perhaps. Huh. It's difficult. Huh. Which is better? City. Huh. So cities provide you ample opportunities to grow intellectually, financially, or in career terms. Huh? And who are the other proponents of village life? That village life is better. And why? Why, Bitya? Nobody cares for you in the city. In this heartless, mean city, nobody cares for you. The way people literally pamper you back in the village. Bitya? Guys, listen. We are becoming more insensitive. Have you noticed that transformation in your own personality? Do you feel that, शहर आके मैं insensitive हो गई हूँ? Forget others. She is worried about, how others are treating her. But you are saying, I myself have become more insensitive. तो मत हो, क्यों हो रहे हो? नहीं, really. Let us try to understand. I'm not like getting... So you're saying that, nature of life here is such that I have to be impersonal. Brother? Less toxins, kind hospitality in the villages, and stress-free life in the villages. Brother? Cities में लोग मतलबी हैं, गंदे हैं. सब अपने फायदे की सोचते हैं, है ना? तो जाओ ना गाँव. नहीं. So, see, some scholars which we'll be discussing now, they point out that, the nature of the social organization in the city is such that you are compelled to be insensitive, impersonal, rational, and so on and so forth. George Simmel, okay, he's written this book. It's all there. I'm just explaining. We'll read it also together later. George Simmel, he's written a book, Metropolis and the Mental Life. Metropolis and the Mental Life. What he says, friends, that, in a city environment, how and why people become what you are calling insensitive, impersonal, etc. In the city environment, one is continuously bombarded with a lot of information. Your 5 senses are being continuously, incessantly being bombarded through advertisements. Through, advertisements, be they in the mass media, be it in the form of hoardings, right? You have a lot of communication being directed at you. You have a lot of variety of things being offered to you. Yes or no? Now, it is humanly very difficult for anyone to process this multitude of stimuli which is being all the time thrown at you. So what you do, you learn to be very selective. You learn to be very selective. So you stop responding to most stimuli. Most stimuli you stop responding to. You pick and choose which stimuli you will respond to. For example, when you walk out of here after the class, you will be bombarded with advertisements, hoardings. ये कोर्स ले लो, ये टेस्ट सीरीज ले लो, ये खाना ले लो, ये छोले ले लो, this or that. Yes or no? So what will you do? Will you read each and every hoarding? नहीं, वहां पे ज्योग्राफी ऑप्शनल का लगा होगा एक होर्डिंग, देखोगे, पढ़ोगे. विल यू स्पेंड योर टाइम एंड एनर्जी? सोशियोलॉजी कोर्स का लगा होगा, पढ़ोगे. अब तो नहीं, अच्छा बुरा ले लिया. हाँ, तो पॉइंट इज यू फिल्टर आउट कि मेरे काम का क्या है और क्या नहीं है. एंड यू फिल्टर आउट bulk of the information, because it is not humanly possible to process all the information that is thrown at you. Are you with me? Similarly, in terms of persons, it's not just ads or things, even persons. You move out of you go in, you board a metro, you will see a sea of faces, literally a sea of humanity, hundreds and thousands of people. Can you then bother what is going on in his or her mind? Say if one lady looks stressed, परेशान लग रही है, will you bother? नहीं, because there are hundreds of such men and women in the metro who are going through various stresses and strains in life. So you can't bother. You can't bother. Practically you cannot even help out, even if you want to. If you wanted to be, you came from a village and you wanted to be nice to other people, but there are so many. You go out, you see beggars. What do you do in the city? Does that evince a sense of pity? Do you feel pity for the beggars? Ki bichare, they are wearing torn clothes or they are not fed, underfed. Initially it does. It does evoke a sense of pity. But when you come across many beggars every day, at every corner of the city, what do? You start turning a blind eye. So next time a beggar walks up to your car window, you literally pull it up quickly. So we become insensitive because we don't have a choice in the city environment. इसलिए बेटा हम ऐसे हैं, cold and calculating and mean and not interested in you. Okay? So the city environment compels the city dwellers to become rational, cold, calculating and indifferent to the concerns of others. Clear? This is what George Simmel says. I'm reading from the handout. George Simmel, and the George is not spelled incorrectly. That is the spelling of George. There's no E. Okay? In the end. George Simmel in Metropolis and Mental Life writes that in the city, people use their head instead of their heart. Though the city has a dual character. It has a dual character. Right? On the one hand, it does offer you benefits like better infrastructure. Very importantly, it affords you freedom. You are no more tied to the traditional, diktats or traditional structures, for example, like caste. Do not, compel you to follow a certain occupation in the city. You are freed from caste. You are freed from the clutches of family. Family imposes a lot of restrictions on you in the rural environment if you're living in a big extended joint family. Yes or no? In the city, it's just the adult couple and their small children. So less controls. So family ke, religion ke, custom ke, caste ke controls are much lesser. To its credit, the city offers you much greater freedom. But on the other hand, it makes you cold and calculating. Though the city provides a liberating atmosphere to the individual, allowing him to free himself from traditional social structures and the dictates of customs, the city also makes the city dweller too rational, cold and calculating, reserved, detached and indifferent. So in the city, even though man is a social being, we learn to remain reserved or to keep to ourselves. मन करता है बात करने का. But if as a woman I talk to another man, I don't know, he may misinterpret it that I am romantically, sexually interested in him. So what will I do? आपको मन किया मेट्रो में जाते हुए किसी से बात करने था, तो द बॉय सिटिंग नेक्स्ट टू यू, विल यू टॉक टू हिम? और भाई क्या हाल है, मैं यूपीएससी की तैयारी कर रही हूं, यहां रहती हूं, एंड सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ. नो, यू विल. सो दैट इज व्हाट यू लर्न. यू लर्न टू कीप टू योरसेल्फ. ठीक है? A similar concept, okay, what George Simmel has given, a similar concept has been given by Louis Wirth. Louis Wirth. And that is the concept of urbanism, which is there in the handout. Urbanism. It is quite similar. Louis Wirth's concept of urbanism is very similar to George Simmel's explanation of the nature of city life. Okay? But for the sake of clarity, I have tried to put it forthrightly that urbanism is different from urbanization. Urbanism is different from urbanization. Urbanism क्या है? It is the way of life in the city. How people think and behave. Cold, calculating, the same thing that we've just discussed. Okay? Urbanization, on the other hand, is what? It is a process of the growth and development of cities, or how a society becomes more urbanized. Are you with me? How does a society become more urbanized? More urbanized meaning more population in urban areas. When either people shift from rural areas to urban areas, that is how urbanization occurs. Or there is an organic growth of the city population itself. Are you with me? That is how city, becomes bigger and spreads outwards. Are you with me? So this is what is urbanization, which is different from urbanism. Okay? Urbanization is what? It is the process of movement of people from villages to towns and cities, because of which the population as well as the spatial boundaries, spatial nahi spatial, space related, spatial boundaries of the city grow. ठीक? That is urbanization. Urbanism, now that is the concept we are more concerned with. Urbanization I explained only to distinguish it from urbanism, so that you don't use the two interchangeably. Urbanism is what? According to Louis Wirth, urbanism means that cities have a distinct pattern of living because of large population density and heterogeneity. Okay? Urbanism refers to the patterns of behavior, relationships and mode of living that characterize city dwellers. Wirth contends that city life is characterized by impersonal conduct, transactional relations and rational behavior, all of which we've discussed. Pretty much what George Simmel has said. But another important scholar, and if I remember correctly, you have had questions on urbanism. Okay, like write a short note on urbanism. So this is what you have to bring in. Okay? How the nature of city life, people's thinking, behavior, everything is different in the urban environment because of the size of the population, the heterogeneity and so on. Clear? Can the standard of living be also a distinction between rural and urban? Rohit is asking. Of course. And standard of living in general is higher in the cities than in villages. Of course, it would also depend on one's class. Yes or no? So one's socio-economic background will determine one's standard of living, but overall, cities have a higher standard of living than villages. It's just a way of expressing, yeah. Word contents, matlab he writes, he says, he suggests, use any word. Okay? Or he argues that this is what it means. He advocates that. Any of these is the same. ठीक? Thus, what we have understood so far, friends, that urban society is the very opposite of rural society. People's thinking, way of behavior, relationships, daily interactions, everything, as well as the bigger, or more objective criteria like population size, population density, everything is in stark contrast to each other. Is very different in villages and in cities. Yes or no? Yes or no? No. No. Please appreciate, friends, this picture that we have drawn of a dichotomy between rural society and urban society, portraying them as if they are two polar opposites. Ki east is east and west is west and the twain shall never meet. This does not rightly capture the nature of interaction, exchange between rural and urban areas in Indian society. The way we have portrayed, friends, as if villages and cities are two polar opposites with nothing to do with each other. As if they are two different worlds altogether. That one lives in the lap of nature, the other lives in the midst of technology. Has technology not penetrated rural India? Not just penetrated or not just touched, but it has sufficiently impacted various aspects of life. From agriculture. Has agriculture been affected by modern technologies and machinery or not? Forget occupation, come to the daily life. So the way mobile phones have affected your and my life in the city, is mobile telephony not affecting lives in rural India? बताओ ना गांव से, है मोबाइल गांव में या नहीं है? बिल्कुल है. वहां पे क्या अभी भी बैलगाड़ी में जाते हैं लोग? कुछ भी बोल देता हूं तो तुम मान लेते हो. What is the mode of, what are the vehicles that you see in the rural setting? When you go to a village, practically what is your eyewitness account? How do people travel in the village? You might not have a Mercedes or a Rolls Royce in the, there are very few in the cities as well, to be sure. But then you definitely have a lot of mopeds, bikes, yes or no? In the villages, buses. Sorry? कारें भी बहुत है ना? हम कहते हैं भैया villages traditional है, cities modern है. That village में caste matters, cities में class matters. Does money matter in the villages? You bet it does. And does caste matter even in the cities? Again, we have studied at some length how marriage is very important even in urban India at the time of marriage. Yes or no? Or how many city dwellers refuse to have a scheduled caste as a neighbor in urban India. So caste is important even in the cities. Maybe difference in degree. Yes or no? How there is caste-based discrimination even in educational institutions in the top colleges and universities in urban areas. धन्यवाद भैया. ठीक है? क्या विलेजेस में अभी वो हटमेंट्स होते हैं थैच रूफ वाले? नहीं, कौन सी 1950s की मदर इंडिया की बात कर रहे हैं हम. व्हाट इज द काइंड ऑफ ड्वेलिंग्स यू सी इन द विलेजेस? पक्के हाउस होते हैं? सच बताओ. डोंट, सॉरी, सिटी से ज्यादा अच्छे घर होते हैं गांव में. मामा जी का घर कैसा है? नहीं. Are you with me? So point is, friends, rural India and urban India are not two opposite, contrasting, isolated worlds. They are very much interconnected. There is a lot of regular interaction and exchange between these two worlds. इसलिए don't worry, don't need to write because we have it in the handouts. We'll just come to it. इसलिए there is a scholar by the name of Robert Redfield. He has developed this concept of folk-urban continuum. Folk-urban continuum. What this continuum means, friends, or let me just depict to you, okay? We are in Delhi, central Delhi. Let's go on a short, quick trip outside of Delhi on the way to Jaipur. Okay? When you leave Delhi, what do you encounter first? Batao? Sorry? Kude wale area. You first come to Gurgaon. Okay? You move ahead further, you reach Manesar. You move ahead, you come to this place called Dharuheda. You move further ahead, there's a place called Panchgaon. It is a conjunction of 5 villages, so it's called Panchgaon. Literally meaning 5 villages. And then, of course, it's a very long, I think it's NH8. Huh? Jaipur. कौन सा है? पता नहीं, नया बना होगा. In any case, this is one route to, so say, now Delhi, what is the nature of Delhi as a society? Is it rural or urban? So let us say Delhi is typical or, classic urban city, urban center or city. Or let us say Delhi is 100% urban. Technically, if you go by the 2011 census, Delhi is 97.5% odd urban. 2.5% of Delhi is also rural. But let us, for argument's sake, assume Delhi is the perfect classic example of a city. What about Gurgaon? Matlab Delhi has, skyscrapers and secondary, tertiary sector dominated economy, good infrastructure, physical, social, and so on and so forth, as we defined it in our dichotomy or that contrast. Okay? Then you compare it to Gurgaon. What is the nature of Gurgaon? Tell me. Have you seen Gurgaon? How is Gurgaon? Thank you. But in terms of rural or urban, what is the nature of Gurgaon? Gurgaon is also highly urbanized, much of it, but then there is some part of Gurgaon which is still rural type in its characteristics. So in some places in Gurgaon you will still find open fields, though very expensive, but still you will find some open fields. The salience of caste far more in Gurgaon than in a Delhi, and so on and so forth. So Gurgaon say is 80-85% urban and say 20% or 15% rural. There's this movie, I'm forgetting the name, starring one of these new heroines, Anushka Shankar or one of them. Sorry? NH9, something like that. So very nice dialogue in that film. So somebody, so she is of course this very urban, chic, kind of a educated, whatever, the works kind of a girl, and she's like spending some time in the Gurgaon malls area. Okay, and then she happens to be like followed by some people. Okay, and then she has to like shoo them away and so on and so forth. It's like gets very tough for her. Okay, so उसमें एक डायलॉग है, वो कहते हैं कि जहां से ये मॉल खत्म होती है ना, वहां से असली गुड़गांव शुरू होता है. You know, meaning what? That what you are seeing in the glitzy malls is not the real Gurgaon or how it was. The real Gurgaon or the rural Gurgaon is quite another matter, and it is alive and kicking. Okay, so she knocks on a woman's door and asks for help, something like that. And because of patriarchal mindset, the woman literally hands her over to the people she was running away from. हाँ, ऐसा कुछ दिखाते हैं उसमें. तो point is कि Gurgaon is also very urban but still has a significant rural component. Then you go to Manesar. Have you guys traveled to Manesar? वो कैसा है? Manesar is also industrialized because when land is very expensive in Gurgaon, factories, etc., corporates, they establish factories in Manesar. Are you with me? But it would have more of a rural character than a Gurgaon. Okay, so hypothetical say this is 60% urban now, but 40% rural. Dharuheda is much more rural, or overwhelmingly rural, and a lesser of urban component. And Panchgaon is far, far more, or almost take it as 100% village. So this is what is a rural-urban continuum. That you have some areas which may be pure urban type or fully urban. Some areas in a society, in an Indian society, which are fully rural. But many places which will be partially rural and partially urban in varying degrees. Some may be more rural, some may be more urban, right? But most places would exhibit a kind of dual character, exhibiting or having some rural type, village type characteristics and many urban type characteristics. Clear? You know, even what you call a pure or a classic prototype of a city, say Delhi, is not fully urban. Not just in census definition, but even in terms of people's mindset and behavior. Even in terms of people's mindset, behavior. Yes or no? Simple बात है friends. शहर कैसे बसते हैं? How did this city of Delhi get populated? When people from the villages come and reside in a city, then it becomes a bustling, thriving, growing city. कहते हैं शहरों का कोई अपना नहीं होता. If you ask somebody where you from, and if you say Delhi, they'll say no, you are not from Delhi. Where are you from? So where are your roots? Somewhere, maybe some ancestors would have come to Delhi 2 generations back, 3 generations back. Okay, so that is how cities are established. When rural people from different areas looking for opportunities, facilities, they come to the cities. That is how urbanization takes place. And when people come, they also carry their culture with them. Yes or no? People carry their thinking patterns, their mindset, their behavior to the city. So you will find these components even in a city environment. Yes or no? For example, in my home, I stay in Delhi. I have been born in Delhi, okay, and raised in Delhi, and worked in Delhi. I live in South Delhi, okay, which is like a fancy part of the city, right? But in my home, you will find uple. Uple are gobar ke cow dung cakes for the uninitiated, right? You will find on the walls of the house, the hand marks. Have you seen in rural houses or in hutments? क्यों? मेरे साउथ दिल्ली कॉस्मोपॉलिटन सिटी वाले होम में ये सब आपको रूरल टाइप चीजें क्यों मिल रही हैं? साफ बात है. Because my parents came from a rural background and made Delhi their home. When they came, they also brought these cultural practices. Yes or no? Likewise, and I'm sure I'm not saying just for myself. I'm speaking for many of us. When you see rural type cultural practices, kinship patterns, etc. being observed in the cities. Are you with me? इसी तरह friends, rural areas are not immune from urban influence. Rural areas are not immune from urban influence. Why? Please appreciate. So what will people in Panchgaon or Dharuheda do for to secure a living? They will be traveling to factories in Manesar and Gurgaon, spending the day earning a wage and then going back to their houses back in the village. Yes or no? So many village dwellers are working in the nearby towns and cities. And when they travel to the city, they pick up many things from that city and bring it back to the village. Yes or no? They can pick up physical items or material things which they take back, or they could take back modes of behavior. Are you with me? Modes of living, so many things. For example, people from a Panchgaon or Dharuheda may go to these places and buy t-shirts or western clothing. Yes or no? गांव में लोग क्या पहनते हैं? वाओ, what kind of कपड़े? धोती पहनते हैं? क्या पहनते हैं? Seriously, if you go to a village, what do you see people wearing? Especially the men. What do they wear? Men or boys? What are they wearing? Shirts, trousers. Yes or no? They are not clad in dhoti or in lungi, etc. That stereotypical image that you have cultivated, we have cultivated in our minds. People really, bulk of the population in the villages is wearing western type clothing, which you regard as a city type behavior. He may buy a television, and in the village home he will have a television. He will have a bike, he will buy it from the city, and there will be many bikes in the village. So many things. He'll buy a mobile phone. There will be a mobile phone. Yes or no? And so many things they'll pick up. Modes of behavior. So for example, you will spot boys and girls from Panchgaon or Dharuheda dating in the malls of Gurgaon. They've picked up dating as a cultural practice. Why not? ठीक है? Or sporting goggles, watching movies in the malls of a Gurgaon or a Manesar. Are you with me? Thank you. बताओ. बताओ. So point is, friends, rural and urban areas are not isolated, are not immune from each other's influence. You will find many rural, what are so-called rural characteristics in urban areas, and so-called urban type features in villages. ठीक? So इसी का नाम है rural urban continuum. And this is a truer picture of the nature of social life in a society like ours than the rural-urban dichotomy that we had developed earlier. Dichotomy matlab a pair of polar opposites. We had earlier pictured rural and urban societies as the very opposite of each other. That is not the best way to analyze. Instead, the rural-urban continuum is a better tool to understand society. Or should I say, this Redfield guy, he studied a village in Mexico. Okay, he studied a village in Mexico and developed this concept of what we call rural-urban or folk-urban continuum there. But then it has been applied in other developing societies like ours and found to be quite useful. ठीक है?